Thank you, Madam Speaker, and I want to thank our colleague from Regina, Lewvan. It's interesting he's talking about reducing emissions, and at the same time, Energy East pipeline that is produced in his riding, I might add, from Everaz in Regina, Lewvan, was turned down. And yet this member is talking about not supporting pipelines in this country, while at the same time, we're getting foreign oil from countries like Venezuela and Saudi Arabia. And we know those countries have no emissions whatsoever, no standards of emissions, and yet he can stand in the House today and talk about forestry when he wouldn't defend the pipeline that his riding in Everaz would produce to give Canadians a chance to work and to prosper. So I would like the member for Regina Lewvan to talk about Energy East, the pipelines and the pipes actually that would be produced in Saskatchewan that would give Canadians prosperous from coast to coast.
The honourable member for Regina Lewvan.
Well, I thank my colleague from Saskatoon, Grasswood, for the excellent question. And certainly the amount of pipeline capacity that's being built in Canada depends critically on the projected future production of oil. That depends on the price of oil, which certainly no Canadian politician can control. But we do have a number of pipelines going ahead in our country, significantly Keystone XL, as well as a Line 3 replacement project. And the analysis that I've seen suggests that with those projects going ahead, there simply wasn't enough demand to support Energy East. That's the assessment that TransCanada made. It's also building Keystone XL, and I think many of its customers are being put onto that project rather than Energy East. So that may be unfortunate. There's not a lot we can do about it. What we can do is try to ensure that all the pipelines that are being built get built with steel produced at Everaz in Regina. That's something that I've stood up and advocated on this House on a regular basis. And I'm quite disappointed that my Conservative colleagues have never done so. They've been cheerleaders for any and all proposed pipelines, regardless of where the steel is produced. They'd be fine if the steel was coming in from offshore. Madam Speaker, I've stood up in this House and advocated that the pipeline review process should consider where the pipe is made, and that certainly would help support good jobs in Regina. Thanks very much.
Questions and comments?